Well, hello there. I'm Kim Berry, Editor of Food and Drink Business. Welcome to Play, our weekly news roundup brought to you by GS1 Australia, the only authorised source for your barcodes. For 50 years, GS1 standards have powered businesses to trade seamlessly, efficiently and safely. Learn more about the next generation of barcodes at gs1au.org. In the news this week, alternative proteins think tank Food Frontier has released its latest report, providing an extensive review of the top 5 countries in Asia when it comes to alternative proteins and the opportunities that lie therein for Australian and New Zealand companies. The region is home to more than 60% of the world's population, with a long history of plant-based alternatives to conventional animal meat. Now, trying to encourage consumers in the region to maintain that, rather than continuing with the rapid uptake of animal meat consumption, is the challenge that many are grappling with. The top markets are China, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand and Japan. The Good Food Institute in APAC region forecasts just over 33% annual growth for plant-based meats in the region, with the market worth $13.6 billion by 2027. Bubs Australia has released a new 5-point plan to get the company back on track, including the much anticipated China reset. Non-executive board member Reg Wien said it was imperative for the company to stop the decline in shareholder value. New China distributors are being sought, and Wien said that they would also revisit China's State Administration for Market Regulation. Wien said that they would sweat the asset with its Deloraine factory, which is currently only running at around 30% capacity. Meanwhile, the company announced yesterday that one of its China distributors, Alice Trading, had failed to meet its contractual obligations, so its agreement had been terminated immediately. Legal action to collect debts from Alice Trading and Willis Trading will now begin. Adelaide manufacturer Cucina Classica has signed a licensing deal with Paramount Pictures for Garfield, as in the lasagna-loving cat, to appear on its lasagna packaging. Garfield is 45 years old this year, and if that makes you feel old, well, you're welcome. Paramount has been ramping up campaigns and endorsements to celebrate the occasion. A Paramount staff member bought the lasagna from Coles, loved it, bought one for the creative director, who loved it, and it furballed from there. I'll see myself out. Thomas Foods International has taken full ownership of Fru Foods, a meat processing business it bought into in 2020. Fru will be renamed Thomas Foods International Storewall, and a staged upgrade worth around $100 million will begin shortly. Non-alcoholic spirit brand Lyre has had a successful funding round, raising more than $34 million. Lyre launched in 2019 in the early days of the no-low alcohol trend. The newly appointed CEO, Paul Gloucester, who was actually the Chief Marketing Officer and has been with the company since it began, said that the funds will drive an enhanced global supply footprint. JBS Australia's Rivalea piggery in Corowa is getting a $20 million injection to upgrade various systems and processes. JBS acquired Rivalea in January 2022, adding to its Diamond Valley Pork facility in Melbourne and Seven Point Pork in South Australia. Treasury Wine Estates is closing its commercial winery, Caradoc, in Victoria, as well as 2 vineyards in Victoria and New South Wales, the latest move in its operational review. CEO Tim Ford announced the review in May, and since then the company has sold water licences and some other vineyards in South Australia. And finally this week, we have launched a new 6-part video series with the export development agency Incite. I know, you don't get enough of this face on your screens, so we're dealing with it. I'm joined by Incite's partner and head of growth, Cameron Gordon, and in each episode we look at a Southeast Asian country, its idiosyncrasies and the opportunities for food and beverage businesses it presents as an export market. First cab off the rank this week is Singapore, so head to the website or our YouTube channel to have a taste of that pie. That'll do for today. For these stories and more, head to the website foodanddrinkbusiness.com.au. Thanks to GS1 Australia. And with that, don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I'm Kim Berry, over and out.